So how Tokyo's most notorious nightlife district came into existence was actually a horrendously failed government plan that, ironically, ended up working out in the end, depending on who you ask, but I'll get to that controversy at the end. This is the origin of Kabukicho. Although local lore claims that the neighborhood is built upon a samurai graveyard, most sources state that Kabukicho, that used to be called Tsunohazu, was actually a marshy duck sanctuary, and then an all-girls school for a period of time in the 1920s until it was destroyed and almost completely razed to the ground by American airstrikes in 1945. So what then? Dreamer and town chairman Kihei Suzuki had a vision to build a shining cultural centerpiece on the ashes that he governed, and to do this he planned to build a 4-story, 1,850-seat Kabukicho Theater to symbolize artistic revival and the resilience of the Japanese spirit through the hardships of war. And the local government went all out, even changing the name of the town to Kabukicho in 1948 to advertise the resurgence of traditional Japanese Kabuki theater. But as I hinted at in the intro, the plan went up in smoke. The theater plans failed, leaving only the name of the town behind. Partially due to the occupied Allied forces not being on board with the plan, and partially due to hyperinflation making public construction impossible. Theater attendance had drastically declined, no one could afford it. But what people could afford was black market entertainment, such as a slew of unlicensed drinking stalls that began to thrive in the area to the point that in 1956 all plans for the Kabukicho Theater were quietly scrapped, and through the 50s and 60s the land was sold off to private developers that built the nightclubs, hostess clubs, and host clubs that dominate the landscape today. The direction of the town seemingly going in the opposite direction that Suzuki had envisioned. The irony is, many would argue Suzuki's dream actually came true in a way, and Kabukicho is really a cultural centerpiece of the current Tokyo. It is a chaotic and risky district, but Kabuki theater also used to be severely shunned by the ruling and upper class for being morally corrupt. It was banned because of this multiple times during the Tokugawa shogunate and was seen as rebellious and theater for the common people. Similar to how Kabukicho is also very much the epicenter of a lot of shunned youth pop culture. The controversy and opposing viewpoint to this is also very valid because the high-income, high-risk, vice-centered industries that thrive in Kabukicho also very much attract a lot of crime and horrible things, which people understandably don't want to be a cultural centerpiece at all. Very curious though, if you've been there, what you think about the area. Please let me know in the comments.